So we're being forced to use AI to survive professionally. But at what cost? It's kind of just been on my mind after hearing some things. Anyway, hello everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Christy, and on this channel we talk about anything and everything after 50, especially being unemployed right now and trying to navigate out here in this crazy and wild world we're living in. And if you are interested in these topics and you would like to enjoy more conversation with us, please make sure you like my video, subscribe to the channel. All these things are going to help keep us moving forward so we can bring you more videos. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is something I've recently learned by, various, I like to read a lot of things and catch up on a lot of different other things here and there. But so one of the things I came across was AI stuff, of course, because it's everywhere. And we're being kind of forced into, you have to learn to use AI, better get to learning AI right now, or, someone else is going to know more than you. And it's almost like this fear thing, like, what's going to happen if you don't know it, or what's going to happen if, AI takes your job. That's one of my things that I'm totally aware is probably going to happen, even though they say no. We'll still always need someone, but that person they're going to need is probably a few levels above where I am. So it's not really likely going to affect them, but I'm not there yet. So anyway, so we're heading to this AI everything. And now they're saying that to support this AI that's going to be being used from now on more and more and more and more and more, no matter what you're doing anymore, it's going to be automated AI. And what they didn't do, though, was factor in the amount of, or maybe they didn't, just didn't care, the amount of resources they were going to need to sustain all of this AI stuff. And I was reading through something the other day, and it just really struck me. It was like unbelievable. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I grew up in an era where basically my parent says, if you do everything half-assed, you'll be doing everything twice. Do you really want to do that? Or, if you don't think things through, do you really think it's going to work out later on? And these are kind of just values that were instilled in me as a child growing up. I've just kind of carried them through, And here we have these giant AI creator corporations out there that have created these, I call them animals or monsters, of data, I guess. And now they're saying in order to keep the data flowing and keep it growing, they need these centers. And one of them that I was reading about was a center they want to put out in Utah, which, it's kind of sparsely populated in Utah, a lot of open land and everything. I thought, okay. But then when they said the amount of electricity and resources of energy that this place was going to use was going to be more than the entire state of Utah currently is using, it just seems a bit excessive. And if it's something that needs to be kept cold, why the heck would you go put it out in the middle of the desert? I mean, Utah gets really hot and lots of open, barren land, rocky, barren land, from what I've, briefly seen. And it just seems like this really wasn't thought through very well. It really wasn't planned out very well. Maybe they just really had no idea what they were doing, because that's another thing that scares me. I've actually heard people that are in the industry of creating these creation of AI, and they say, we don't really actually know how it works. It's a little disturbing that you've created something that's now creating its own conscience memory, and you don't really know how it works. Doesn't make me feel very good. So yeah, and then you've got, but yet if you don't use AI, what will happen? You've got these stupid ads out there. There's this one I see all the time about, take this AI course, don't let it happen to you, kind of thing, where they show a more seasoned employee coming on as a new employee, new hire, and it shows them be introduced to the already onboarded employees that have been there for who knows how long, and they greet them and they're courteous, and then as they walk away they snicker in the corner about how they don't know anything about the new things that they're using. And is that really how it is? I mean, are people really that awful that they think that because they know something somebody else doesn't, that in just a second it won't happen to them? I mean, that's just like a fear thing. So we're being feared by all these things to use this product that's going to create an issue. And I just don't understand. So I guess what I'm here to say is, do you guys understand? Does anyone understand why this is happening like this? Like, why there are these corporations, these AI corporations, creations, whatever it is that these entities are, why are they not the ones being held responsible for their own things, instead of, forced to be put in places where other people are going to have to deal with it? I don't know. That's just kind of what I got out of everything. I know there's huge issues on both sides of this. There's a lot of arguing going on. I'm not trying to get into the political view. I'm just trying to understand why we're doing things that don't make sense. Like, if you need a center that stays cold, why are you trying to put one in the middle of a desert? Why wouldn't you put that somewhere where it's typically cold all the time, so you're not using... I guess I'm just asking you guys, do you have any insight to this? Does this make any sense to you guys? How is AI affecting your job right now, or your job searching right now? Because also, I got hit again yesterday evening. I was just getting ready to wind up, go to bed, and I get an alert message from my my Amazon. Oh, we can't put your order through. You need to contact and verify yourself. And I'm thinking, I haven't used Amazon since March. I've been restricting myself. Good budgeting. So I have not used Amazon since March. And then in April, on April 25th to be exact, I got hit with someone trying to use my Amazon account to get a $100 gift card and trying to change my account and all these things. So I called Amazon, had it all taken care of, changed my passwords, did all these things. And mind you, this is all happening after I got some weird information back from recruiters out there that are not real recruiters, giving recruiters a bad name. And that's not okay, but this is what happened. And now yesterday I get another one yesterday evening, and it was for another gift card for $200 this time. I still don't think I was gonna get one. But yeah, so I had to go through my whole computer last night, go through everything, call Amazon, because I still want the order I placed yesterday for the things I actually need. Make sure that was going to go through, make sure the other orders, just a big ordeal right before I wanted to go to bed on a beautiful Sunday after just being able to sit here and enjoy my day, not have to do anything. You know, there's no job searching on Sunday typically, unless I really feel like I'm into it. And after last week, it was really nice to just kind of take a break on Sunday. We watched the fights on Saturday, the MMA fights. That was fun. My husband got home from his trip to Las Vegas, and his pool league team, they did a really great job. We just sat around, watched fights, enjoyed the evening. It was wonderful. And then Sunday, we just relaxed. He went out to play pool in the evening. I usually go to bed fairly early, and boom, here you are, Christy. Here's a chore for you to fix before you have to go to bed. You know, keep people from stealing what little bit of sanity money you have left. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. So, yeah, if you guys also don't forget, if there's a story that you want to tell about what you're going through, especially if you have been subjected to long-term illness, chronic illness, you know, invisible illness, how you've been treated in the workforce, anything like that, any kind of stories you want to tell that maybe you don't want everyone to know that it's you want to remain anonymous, I'm going to leave my email in the description box down below so you guys can send those to me, and I'll be very honored to read those and get your message out and your story heard, because there's so many people going through this that it's actually unbelievable how many people are going through this. But what's really great is hearing their courageousness and the things that they do to survive, and how intuitive and how you know, just creative people can be, and it's very inspiring. It's also just good for people to be able to know that there are other people out there that are going through the same thing. So again, I'll put my email address in the description box down below if you want to send in your story. I'm kind of waiting to have a few to go through at one time so I'll kind of just sit and talk about it. Also, if you know anything about these data cool centers, whatever they are, I'd be interested to get some more information. Do you work in this sector? Is this something you have any kind of internal knowledge about what's going to be affected, how it's going to be affected, what happens if we don't have these and they decide that, you know, the states say no, you can't put anything like that in our state, then what's going to happen? I guess money talks. Somebody will get bought, but I'm just curious what you guys think about it. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today. So I guess it's back to the job hunt and see what's going to happen this week. It's Monday, so you have all week to get revved up and get on top of things and get to back to employment and back to sanity, or whatever that looks like these days. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful day.